Outlet pass for Rick Nash. Nash now tries to slip to the fence and walk in. Nice move. Another nice move. He scored. What a goal. It doesn't get any better than this.
As he plays to the point, instead, he works his way back free. Granlund fires, score!
Hello and welcome to the Puck Drops Here podcast. I'm your host, Jon Carpet, along with my brother Howie.
Preview?
What? Here. For our episode number 18. Howie, how you been this week?
Tired.
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 I'm too. I'm tired of looking for work. Tired. Tough.
You haven't heard back from that one in North Carolina yet?
I've heard back from a few of them, but I'm in the process. I've got so many resumes out there. Just tired of it.
I think you should just do a cold job inquiry and be the new Subway spokesperson.
There you go.
Just lie and be like, I used to weigh 375 pounds and on the Subway diet.
The thing is I don't like Subway.
Yeah, no, I don't care for them either. I don't like their bread.
Martha loves them. I just really any kind of food.
No, I prefer. No, we got the. I don't know if you have them out there. Jimmy John's.
Yeah, we got Jimmy John's.
Yeah, I prefer Jimmy John's over Subway.
Oh, me too. Yeah, but I'm just not a. I'd rather have a home cooked meal any day.
Oh yeah, I agree. I mean, I couldn't even tell you the last time I even had fast food.
The problem with eating out for me is if I go to...
I got a lot of fast food.
Well, and it's not necessarily always fast food for me. Sometimes, like going to Olive Garden, all their food tastes like Olive Garden. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, no, I do, because that's why I'm not big on Italian food, because it all tastes the same.
Well, I like Italian food.
To me, it all tastes. Spaghetti tastes like lasagna, which tastes like pizza, which comes right back. It tastes like it all has that same tomato taste. It all tastes the same to me.
I understand. I just prefer, if it's made at home, I prefer Martha's spaghetti over Olive Garden spaghetti.
Okay. Well, hold on now. Now, what about Scott Wilson's spaghetti?
This is a little crunchy. If you like that's al dente spaghetti
with a side of navy bean soup.
Yeah.
Cooked in just under 10 minutes. Make that dentist appointment the next day.
Right. Oh gosh. All right, Howie. Hockey news. Do you have any hockey news? We've had some trades.
Yeah, that's really the only news out there is the recent trades this past week. Most recent one, I just lost it, was
Yesterday.
Derek Brassard got traded to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
It was a three-way trade between Pittsburgh, Ottawa, and Vegas, but the only really name that stood out in the whole thing was, of course, Brassard.
Right. So that it's really going to help Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
A lot. And then there's
the other trade that took place, and I don't remember if we covered it or not, was the Kings trading Darcy Kemper to Arizona, which I think it's one of those. I think it's the typical LA King trade where they basically just dump their future for nothing.
Well, I don't understand the trade. Just to recap what they just did is they traded Darcy Kemper for Scott Wedgwood and Tobias Reeder or Ryder. I don't know how you say his name. Ryder.
But yeah, it's I mean, I wasn't too happy when Minnesota got rid of Kemper, but I think between Lack and Kemper, I think they should have hung on to Kemper and got rid of Lack. But
yeah, I don't. But, I thought Kemper was going to be their future after Quick, but
right, yeah. I mean, Quick, he's getting up there in age and whatnot, and I think Kemper is on that. He's kind of getting to that peak point where he's almost ready to become a starter.
Right. I don't understand it.
Like typical King fashion, they go and get rid of him.
Yeah, I don't know. Now the only thing I can think of is that because they took on so much cap when they picked up Finn Thompson that they had to let him go. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean that could be a single show in itself, is all the dumb King trades they made.
Like the Rick Martin trade. Well, we won't go into that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got future Hall of Famers that would have been Kings that ended up winning Stanley Cups. You had Dennis Potvin. You had Billy Smith in your system. Yeah. You got rid of them.
Yeah.
You know, stupid. And what did you get in return? Absolutely nothing.
Another trade that happened a couple days ago was New Jersey picked up Grabner from the Rangers.
Yeah. Oh, and in that trade too, I read, which I thought was interesting. That was the first trade between the Rangers and the Devils since the Devils moved to New Jersey.
Is that right?
Yeah. They had never made a trade between each other.
Interesting. That's interesting. Well, since you're talking history, let's just do some then, like this week in NHL history, because I've got
just do something.
Yeah, just do something. No, I got a couple here this week. Inside joke again. This week in NHL history, in 1980, our Olympic hockey team, men's hockey team, upset the Russians. That was a good one.
Yeah.
You know what else happened? In 1984, at this week, Wayne Gretzky scores 4 goals for his 10th hat trick of the season, which he had reset because he had actually done that in the 1981-82 season. So he had done it twice. 10th hat trick in a season.
Wow. Here's some 2 things I saw last night too. One deals with was this the okay? Yeah. This first one, it was it wasn't necessarily this week, but this was an Olympic pre-qualifying tournament, women's hockey.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, congratulations to the women's USA hockey team for winning the gold.
Yes. Yeah. This was the this took place in the 1998 Asia Oceania under 18 championship game. Or qualifying tournament thing they had.
Okay.
Between the Slovakian women and the Bulgarian women. Slovakia won the game 82-0.
How can you score 82 goals in one game? No way. That's like a goal every... That's more than a goal a minute. The game's only 60 minutes long.
It gets better. In the 1998... Oh, this is also... Was that 98 too? Yeah, so this is also 98. This is in the men's qualifying championships between South Korea and Thailand, men's hockey.
Okay.
South Korea won that game 92-0.
How can that be? How can it be?
Here's let's see, where is it? Where I had it earlier.
How can that be? That can't be. That's not real.
No, it is real. It is real.
92?
92-0.
So they were scoring 1.5 goals a minute.
Yeah, in that game, Bulgaria gave up 139 shots on goal.
I would have loved to have seen it. Just because that's incredible. That has to be the most goals in a game ever.
Bulgaria trailed 7-0 just after 5 minutes. 19 after 10 and 31-0 at the end of the first period.
How could that be?
Like, we're done.
Wait a minute. Did they even have a goaltender? Did they have a goaltender?
Yeah. I mean, they would have done better if they stuck the Stingray in the stick the Schwinn bike in the net.
Yeah, put a bike there. What? Come on.
Yeah, here's this is the box score just from the first period.
How could that be? Come on. Oh, wow. All right, Howie, let's get into the standings. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I don't see how that could be. I just don't see how that could be.
It happened. You Google it.
All right.
I think there's video of the women's game on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, there is.
Yeah.
Well, I want to get a hold of the other one.
The 92.
Here we go. In the East, Howie. Tampa Bay. Oh, we're in the Atlantic, by the way. We always start in the Atlantic. Tampa Bay leads the Atlantic with 85 points, followed by Boston with 82, Toronto with 81, Florida with 60. This is where it drops off. Florida. Detroit with 58, Montreal with 54. I don't get Montreal. Ottawa with 52. Have just added a bunch of new guys. They made a lot of trades this week. And Buffalo with 47. Buffalo's been very quiet.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's your top three: Tampa Bay, Boston, Toronto.
Yeah. Jumping over to the Metropolitan. You now have a new leader on this division. It was Washington as of last week. This week, though, we have Pittsburgh on top with 76 points, trailed by Washington by 1 with 75 points, who are trailed by 1 by Philadelphia. Then a little bit of a very small gap. You got New Jersey sitting in 4th with 70 points. Columbus in 5th with 65 points. Also with 65 points, you have the New York Islanders, who were trailed by Carolina by 1 point with 64. Mm-hmm. And at the bottom of the pack, still the New York Rangers with 59.
Yeah, with still time to make a run. I mean, this division's fairly tight. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Broussard does in Pittsburgh now, if that really lifts them.
Yeah.
And makes start getting a gap there between Washington and Pittsburgh.
We'll see.
Oh, Pittsburgh's on a streak. I mean, they've won their last 6. They're playing really good right now.
Yeah.
They're starting to get in that playoff mode.
I think they were 1-1 their last 10.
Yeah, crazy. Over in the Central, we have Nashville at top with 83 points, followed by Winnipeg with 81 points. Minnesota with 75 and starting to make a little run. They're playing some good hockey now. They won their last 3.
Yeah, they won 3 in a row right now.
Right, and they've set that 3rd place spot in the playoffs, right?
Yep. Yeah, they got that 3rd spot right now. We play San Jose next.
Yeah.
Actually, tomorrow.
Followed by Dallas with 74, St. Louis with 72, Colorado with 69, and Chicago with 62, and still fairly tight division. We'll see what happens. St. Louis has been struggling as of late. So we'll see.
Going over to the Pacific, we have on top still Vegas Golden Knights with 86 points.
And the best record in NHL right now, right?
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
And they're widening that spread now. They're trailed by San Jose with 74 points. Mm-hmm. Anaheim is in 3rd with 73. Tied for 4th, you have your Los Angeles Kings and the Calgary Flames both with 71. Mm-hmm. And a big drop in 6th, you have Edmonton with 54. Vancouver with 53. And I don't know if I can call them Seattle anymore. They're kind of in limbo now.
Yeah. You got to say Quebec.
I don't know. Maybe just homeless. The Coyotes with 44.
And the Kings are now outside of the bubble.
Maybe the Coyotes, they'll be like a transient team. They'll just all their games will be on the road because they have no home.
A team with no home. They'll just play all road games.
Yeah.
They'll live in tents and stuff. And
You'll see them on the freeway exits with their little signs. I play for the Coyotes. Anything will help.
yeah.
God bless.
All right, I think, Howie, that... Oh, wait, real quick, let's just go. We have the trade deadline coming up on Monday.
Yes, I expect a lot to happen
Today.
hopefully.
Maybe today.
Maybe
we could
today.
see some stuff happen today.
Yeah, today and tomorrow is going to be, I think, interesting to see what happens over the weekend.
Right.
And it's Monday, what is it, 3 o'clock Eastern?
I think so. But that's the deadline is on Monday. And then on March 3rd, we have the Stadium Series with Toronto and Washington coming up. So that is what we have going on there. Now, we do have some games tonight. I think I saw in here that one I want to watch for sure. I thought it was 24th, right?
Yeah.
And I thought it was, I think, was it Minnesota playing today?
No, they play tomorrow.
Was it? Maybe it was the Boston-Toronto game? I don't know. Anyway, I think we will wrap it up here. Thank you all for listening and watching our podcast. You can go over to our website at www.thepuckdropshere.com. Check out our past and present podcasts. You can find us on Facebook. Give us a like there. On Twitter. You can send us an email at jonandhowie@thepuckdropshere.com. And as we are always, we are on iTunes and all your favorite podcast players that you use. And we will catch you all next week. We bid you all adieu.
Paka, paka.